Oh, Len Allington, I thought he was going to go for a bit of a swim in the water there. He looked so relaxed and starting to get used to Toop TV as well, and some fantastic property. Out in the northeast, there's some really beautiful, beautiful homes. Now, we're back again with Peter Vaughan from Business SA, the CEO, the head man, the top guy. Peter, we've got some interactive questions that we need answering. The one I'm particularly keen to get your opinion on, we've had this debate over the last 2 weeks about affordability, and we've had a lot of blogging and a lot of discussion online about whether it's easier to buy a first home today or whether it was easier 20 or 30 years ago. Now, you've got an opinion, I know that. Let's go.
Well, the opinion is there's never been a better time in the last 40 years to buy a property and to get into the housing market than it is now. The rates are at 40-year lows. The interest rate currently applicable in South Australia and Australia is lower now than when I bought my first home in 1969. And I can tell you it was a darn sight harder to buy that home. One, because interest rates were higher. Wages were extraordinarily much lower then than they are now. And also you had to crawl across broken glass to your bank manager, who you had to convince that you didn't have the need for the money in order to get it. So quite frankly, there's never been a better time in the last 40 years to buy property.
So Peter, even though the affordability, they talk a lot about it, and it is tough, to afford a property, it's never been any different, has it?
No, it's always more difficult, of course, to get into the market, particularly if you're a young person, you're still living at home, bludging off mum and dad, and they haven't kicked you out. It's always easier to do that. But the reality is you get into the property market, you get into the first rung, and you set yourself up for life. And the sooner you are able to do that, the better. And it's never been, as I say, a better time. And particularly last year with the stimulus packages and also too the home grants that young people were able to have off the federal government. The tax man said, here's $21,000 plus without any tax payable, go and get it. That didn't happen in 1969, I can tell you.
So Paul, we've been following this story since that rather lengthy blog. We really understand that the prices have gone through the roof. We understand that it is tough buying a home, but from the old guys, can I say that? From the older,
certainly older than Paul.
Yeah. What we can say is it's actually never been any different, and it is actually okay at the moment. Just need to get into a savings pattern and go for it. Now.
Yes, you've got an email from Mark Hutton who's asked you about your opinion on suburbs like Taringi and Skye, which are close to the CBD, but they also still have the unique Adelaide Hills lifestyle.
Now, Marg, the answer to your question is that Taringi and Skye are two unusual suburbs. Taringi because they've got, Peter, those big cables that run through the middle of it. Yep. And so providing you're not directly under those, not a problem. And then you've got Skye with the water, there's a community water system there. So that's the only variation, those two particular suburbs you've named. But basically you're right, somewhere close to the city like that, that's in a lifestyle is really the place to be and is a great growth area. Peter, thank you very much for being on the show today. It's been absolutely sensational. We mentioned before that we've got new residents in South Australia, and they are those gorgeous black and white ones, and it's not Port Adelaide.
Or Collingwood.
You're a Collingwood man. It's the Pandas, and we do want to go and have a look inside SA at the Pandas. Just fantastic footage. Stay with us, and also to look at some more properties as we finish the show.